you are alive! Hey, what is happening? I made a new clone to join your squad! The Filler Force! You already told me what the name was. That's so the newbie knows! Please stop interrupting me. So, we need to give you a new name! Is that a Phantom Ruby? Phantom Star it is! I'm so smart! So, what to have you do? What's the most lowest point of game adaptations we need made? Where the fuck am I? Movies, animes, shows, all that shit, of course. People are that level of basic bitch, so why the fuck not? What did you even say? You'll be reviewing adaptations that basic fucks watch since no one else will probably do it. Oh, cool. So, what do I do first? Okay, 1, like your energy a lot. And 2, up to you, Phantom. What? Good luck, because if you fuck this up, I'm gonna blow your brains out and scrap you. What the fuck? See ya. No, wait. Well, I gotta go. I can't think of something fast enough. I was just born. I'm a bitch. Mortal Kombat. Wait, huh? You're gonna do anything for the first fucking episode? Making something different from that fucking hedgehog. I am so tired of making content of that blue overrated cunt. Ethan? Good. Excuse me. I gotta make a new series or he'll cut my dick off. Oh, okay, wait, what the fuck? Mortal fucking Kombat. Ah, yes. A name beloved by most gamers. With an iconic cast like Sub-Zero, Johnny Cage, Scorpion, its impact by making the reigns exist through its violence. You know, most parents complain about violence now, well, but yeah, it was fucking awesome! So awesome, in fact, it got movies around 95 or so. And I feel it is good enough of a time to review these films and mix it up on the hedgehog. Lord knows I would fucking rant about the sorry film because it was a bad experience. I'm talking about a different film than Mortal Kombat today. Anyways, let's go. I'll also warn, there's a drinking game for these. I give the obvious warning of drink responsibly, yada yada. Now let's go! Mortal Kombat is a tournament that is held every generation between representatives of realms of Earth and Outworld. Yeah, most films have this point. The Elder Gods conceived this to prevent the invasion of Earth right away. You know, as they do. If Outworld wins 10 times, then they can just fuck up Earth. Of course, this film has them having 9 wins under their belt. Right. No, not that one, god damn it! Okay, basically, just select a few fighters of Earth Realm to hopefully cuck Outworld of that 10th victory. The fighters being Sonya Blade, played by Bridget Wilson, Liu Kang, played by Robin Chow, and Lyndon Ashby as motherfucking dick punching Johnny Cage. Hell yeah! They all got their reason for participating. Well, not Johnny. He's what we like to call a dense motherfucker. But yeah, Liu Kang just wants to avenge his brother's death after Shang Tsung killing him. Not only that, but he also pointed at the camera, which also means fuck you, you're gonna die, Shang Tsung. Because pointing at the camera is a dick move. So yeah, it's pretty much to put Kano between her thighs. You know, for a good old snap! They all hop on that pretty dope looking as fuck boat and intentionally / unintentionally become the fighters of the wrong fucking one! God damn it! To represent Earth Realm. While on the boat, they have Scorpion Sub-Zero come. Though, not gonna lie, from what I've seen, they're just there. I don't really got any motives from what I noticed, they're just there. Most of the bad guys actually seem just there in the movie, from what I noticed anyways. Doesn't do that well establishing a few bad guy motives. Some do, but that's a problem from what I've seen. They have a few fights because, of course, after a few plot dumps get established. Oh yeah, Kano is just casually eating some gross-ass raw-looking chicken while talking to Goro. First battle got a guy doing the sus face versus Liu Kang. And spoiler alert, Earthrealm wins most of the time, so I will not explain on who wins what. Up next is Sonya versus Kano and Snap! Up next is Johnny Cage versus Scorpion in the middle of nowhere, and despite being near smooching a skeleton in the first one in this one shot, he wins and gives him an autograph on his way to hell. Katana versus Liu Kang next, which is him by the way. And he gets random tips during this battle, and it ends mutually with him weighing her living too. Weird, huh? Okay, up next is Sub-Zero versus Liu Kang. Pretty chill battle. You can still kill Liu Kang with what killed the dinosaurs. Then Liu Kang is cold-hearted and yeets water at him. And that said, water turns into ice punch for stabbing. Yeah, I know, pretty uncool of me to lack of puns at this time at the end of that. Up next, Goro shows off a bit because, of course, he kills someone near the end of the MLG swagger combo montage. Then Shang Tsung takes that liquid ice cream soul into his eye for power, obviously. They then chat with Raiden from Impact Rising Metal Gear, with Hope seeming pretty low because what four-armed man is doing some bonks to death is so bad. So later, Johnny Cage shows off why they're all pussies by giving us the greatest scene in cinema history. Perfect. He also kills him for tournament's sake and breaking those $500 sunglasses. Shang Tsung, being the salty player he is, decides to take a pussy route by taking Sonya hostage, which, well, considering how much she kicked my ass when getting footage, yeah, that power being taken hostage is dangerous. Forgot to mention that stupid ass Johnny made a deal of sorts before the Dick Punch Cinema 1995, but since she didn't accept the challenge, he isn't gonna make much progress now, is he? Also note the horrible CGI monster. He'll be important for a bit, so they follow him, as I'm sure most people do. And this is what we like to call our world, where Shang Tsung vibes at, with people that live longer, which is hell considering I wanna die as soon as possible. Liu Kang calls out the movie bullshit, then grabs the CGI monster from earlier. Hey, it came back! It gets vored by a statue with weird and identical worm things dragging it in, and it makes the statue become, if you're familiar with the dollar code, you know this fellow right here. Hello, Reptile. He's here to kick Liu Kang's ass, but of course Liu Kang pulls out an universe card and Reptile dies instead, spelling out some good lunch. Katana is here to dump some more plot after seeing Liu Kang stomp the CGI monster's lights out. And Luke joins around here for the first film with a scream as he does. The camera flies up to show an MK2 reference according to Silent, while more or less questioning who put her in that outfit. Is Shang Tsung that much of a lonely bastard? Well, it seems that an entire cult wanted in on that action, so they gather around the bitch and sing their bitch song. And by that I mean Johnny Cage, Katana, and Liu Kang are there like, surprise motherfucker, and start getting her out. Liu Kang, being the main pro tag though, I think pretty much, however, decides he needs to settle this tragic pointing back then by being Shang Tsung. He tries some soul fuckery, but the plot decides, yeah, fuck you all, and then the final battle. After an attempt being young Sakurai, Liu Kang says nice try bitch and moves him onto some spikes, which after he becomes a shitty CGI skeleton, the souls pour out of his body to go down to hell, with his brother soul giving him some closure. They somehow get back to the Earth realm, celebrating the victory and shit. Then the sneak peek at the next Avengers movie is there, and then one more Techno Syndrome for the road. Overall, I say it's good enough, I suppose. It's contentful. Then later ones, I can say that now. Overall plot gets 4 out of 5. Some 90s things make it age, but I can accept it being good enough. Now here's the problem. I am a relatively new fan to MK lore, so I can't say personally if this is anywhere near faithful or if this is improvisation city at all. I know, it's stupid, isn't it? I could have just reviewed the games, but oh, hey, right, in the hit game Mortal Kombat. Take it away, Silent!
So, thank you, Sar, for giving me the position of telling everyone else. If you don't know who I am, hi, my name is Silent. I am a content creator and I review a bunch of anime and commentary from time to time, but I don't really do that anymore. And he asked me for this segment to talk about the quality and how, well, not the quality of the product, more like how does it establish in the base games. So at the time of when this movie came out, it was Mortal Kombat 1, 2, and 3, and it followed the first Mortal Kombat game via the tournament. And I gotta say, it is not the most accurate thing in the world, but it is pretty accurate to it. And there's a lot of things that are accurate to it, like for example, Liu Kang beating Shang Tsung, that's pretty accurate to the source material, not to mention a bunch of the fights are pretty canon to it, but the rest stops, the origins, I mean, sorry if I stumble on my words, I'm not really good at this type of video style, but mainly the whole thing is pretty accurate to the video games. Now, where it differentiates a lot is via the Sub-Zero fights, the fights against Scorpion, the Goro fight that's referenced a lot in video games. Jesus Christ, video games, stop referencing that fight. I know it's cool, but even then it only was because of the nut punch. And a lot of the background characters. Though it is pretty accurate to the source material. Back to you, Star.
Well said, Silent. So yeah, hopefully it answered that question for you on being faithful or not. And from what you heard, it's good enough at being accurate with some liberties. Hope this explains if you were curious, and I won't be giving a score since Silent said it, not me. This is 90s bullshit, so I'm sure you know that this is gonna be a great, amazing effect. 1 out of 5 on Effects. It could be worse. Your name could have Annihilation next to it. For sound design, it works not that bad, just a bit odd with the uses of Techno Syndrome. Like they supposed to just sprinkle it in the movie, and with it being a drinking game, yeah. I should have done that. 4 out of 5 on sound design, though. I say it works. So with all that added up, it being a well enough time with 90s yank adding to some sort of charm that most movies nowadays lack, I will have to give this film. Let's go from the ground up and work our way up. So first Mortal Kombat movie, go. What's your score?
I think it's a good movie, but it's like, but in some areas it's a bit like aged. But nonetheless, I give it like a good solid 8, 7 out of 10.
7.5 out of 10. Yeah, it ages a bit, but 90s for the most part knows how to make age funny to watch. It's a charm most films nowadays seem to lack. Let's get on to 90s example on age through acid trip and pointy nipples. Annihilation time! Oh boy! Okay, I can do this. No, hang on, let me get the beer. So, this film's events take place after the 95 film, where the poor CG force comes to fuck up our heroes here and wait. No. Johnny, no! I'm gonna take a swig for Johnny. Okay, so they go into a cave to prevent the millions of Ryus from Ninja Gaiden getting them, and I don't know, probably tickling them to death. Knowing how stupid the film is, they probably would do that. They're confused, of course, because apparently the Earth is supposed to remain safe after the tournament, but the fellow here likes to cuck Earth in both film adaptations. Oh, also warning, this film flips and jumps the ass along with pointing nipples. I did not know where to fit that mention here, so hope you enjoy this info. They find a ball, which is basically them saying, "Okay, gang, let's split up so we can get that big dick Jets," while Liu Kang does some funky shit at Furryco, and while Rain and from Impact Metal, I can't even do that while doing this script. Does jack shit for half the film. To make this more quicker, I'm going to explain all their separate plots and merge them into one so we can get through the summary quicker. Liu Kang, after riding in the bad ball CGI green screen effect as ball, they run into a bunch of enemies and meet Sub-Zero's brother with Scorpion ready to fight. Since that battle is as great as a mountain up your ass. Flip, yada yada, Scorpion takes Katana away after doing a shitty looking teleport move. Sub-Zero tells Liu Kang something, then proceeds to fuck off the rest of our present film's duration. With Liu Kang wandering around like a dumb fuck. He's in the middle of nowhere and finds a furry that teaches him the art of being a furry, aka an animality. I think they called it. I don't know, it's fucking weird. What's more weird is what follows, which is the film having a wet dream PTSD and wondering where the hell is its paycheck for the film. The kinky shit continues that when a almost naked chick gives him a hug and says some shit with a fight after, cause why the fuck not? Now where the fuck was Sonya and Ryan pretty much the rest doing random fucking shit? One moment they're outside walking, the next moment Sonya is at Jet's location with a fight happening relatively quickly. After he wakes the fuck up, and then another moment they're in Carolina doing a kinky ass mud fight with a bitch in a stripper yoga uniform. Like, I legit cannot do this level of random bullshit justice. Like, what the fuck was this? Raiden fucked off somewhere in the middle of that to trade away his mortality, and where I fucked off and started to yell about the tier list of god levels. They all meet back up at the MKA95 area with forces chasing them. Raiden teleports somehow out of nowhere, flip-flopping onto the scene with a new outfit that makes him look like if Ken took notes from a gay strip club and Bowser from the Mario movie. That son of a movie. With a hint of Arnold Schwarzenegger. That sounded right. I should correct that, but I won't. They fuck off to Outworld with Raiden's powers weakening. I'm stopping the meteorizing jokes, by the way, until later. I can't remember it amongst this drug trip of a plot. Several more I was right the first time. So yeah, more flip scene happens, yada yada. Baraka comes in with a horrible design to stop Jackie Chan from saying Katana. Ryu shot kills off Baraka, and so Liu Kang saves Katana. A the four-armed lady dies too, Caesar Zeppeli style, but instead of a cross, it's a cage. They return to find this shitty fusion between Nicki Minaj and Kim Kardashian not the fuck out, with a creepy, almost incest-looking shot of her mother kissing her awake, which makes her laugh like the Wicked Witch from the West and get the hell out of there, prepping for the end of our current nightmare journey. Oh my fucking god, I can't do this movie just shit. The lady who was being kinky with Liu Kang turns out to be a bad person, though the film introduces a new fetish by having her die via getting bored. With things seeming pretty much fucked, they legit just go like, aight, fuck it. Let's do a shitty fight scene to end this. With the finale built up, nice shots of the Twin Towers, by the way. Raiden from Genshin Impact Rising gets killed. Everyone fights everyone. The horse person has shitty CGI. The cat fight is red as dreams. Jax beats the fucker up with bare ass hands, and Liu Kang goes after the big guy, purely having an all-out shitty monster CGI fight. Of course, they all win and just make your sanity go down as low as it can go. They teleport back to the mainland as if nothing happened. Sorry, I needed to do that. Riding from the hit game Street Fighter comes back to life because fuck your depressing ending. And nothing else leaves off a cliffhanger, so let's just get to the next section already before I commit homicide. Also for plot 2 out of 5. Alright, I'm sure you know the drill for the rest of this video by now. Take it away again, Silent.
So, for Mortal Kombat Annihilation, Shao Kahn is pretty accurate. He doesn't take prisoners and go back down from the... I'm gonna be completely honest with you, most of this shit isn't even accurate. The only accurate thing to this is the merging of the realms and stuff. How they actually merge to one another, and also the invasion arc in Mortal Kombat 3. Around this time, Mortal Kombat 4 also came out, so Shinnok's in it. And I'll tell you this much, no, they are not fucking... he is not the father of Raiden and Shao Kahn, though we will get to a later point where he does have children, but I am looking at this from the view that the other games haven't been released. But besides that, most of these characters are very inaccurate. Jade isn't a villain, she's more of a good guy. Sorry for the stutter. Rain is not supposed to be an Outworldian, he's supposed to be an Edenian and a half-god, ironically. And Baraka does not look like Reptile if he had a bad day. Also, they're supposed to be Sartarians. Yeah, I know they're supposed to be, if Star could find them, Chameleon and Chameleon. There's a female and male version. But those are not that. And besides that point, most of it is just not accurate whatsoever to the main line. The characteristics of Shao Kahn a little bit, but he's not human. He's a half-dragon type creature thing. Which canonically, he is the protector of Outworld, till relinquishing that role. Long story. I might explain at the start later when he gets this. But besides that, it really isn't that great. This movie just makes me want to hurt something. I think the only accurate characters are Liu Kang and Katana, because MK4. Star, back to you. I need a break after watching this horrendous movie. So
yeah, pretty much not that good at all for staying faithful. I did not expect it to do so, even with my lack of knowledge. If you want to make effects like this movie, go to a park at night and make a stop motion, well, all drunk and naked, trying to keep your cock out of the shot, basically. So, 2.5 out of 5 on that. For sound design, the main problem is being generic as fuck. It works, but there's no flair to it like the last one. 2 out of 5 on sound design. So, we had a pretty much a weird night after injecting drugs into our testicles. But for the experience, I'm sure we'd have to rank it as Annihilation. That's a 2 out of 10.
No, it's a 3. Be generous. Just give it a 3.
Fine, 2.5 out of 10.
Yeah, no, agree.
I saw that shit was a 1. I mean, what?
How about we go to rehab with a vacation, get a good relaxing hot tub session, maybe wine, with some grapes, and a scorpion getting revenge. Yeah, good segue. Yeah, this was a high point. So long ago in a distant land, Scorpion is talking to his kid about some metaphor that will come back in the movie, that being despite the Scorpion at the start seeming near defeat, it will manage to kill all those fucking ants. After this helpful life lesson, they decide to go back and have a totally 100% nice also mean and you can probably see me bullshitting out of my ass, but I will delay the actual reveal to drive you insane. They've come back to see something is wrong, and yep, another spree is happening, led by our lad Sub-Zero, which you can probably tell I'm bullshitting again, but I will delay still to drive you insane. A lot of murder happens leading up to the moment of Sub-Zero joining the film, which will get props already. This movie gets the idea of Mortal Kombat more than the live action ones. It has the blood, and unlike back in the day, you don't need a code for this violence, just gotta get the film and watch it. So after all the blood and massacre, they find Sub-Zero talking some hot shit. He kills the kid, and Scorpion dies after trying to kill him afterwards. But if you know this film, you can probably the joke is getting old. Fast forward to later, Scorpion is basically in hell. Liu Kang is with Raiden from Metal Gear in the ass. Sonya's kicking ass, and Johnny Cage is a dense motherfucker, but a funny one. They all get invited to an island like back in the day, but okay, basically this is a much more in-depth version of the 95 film, with violence increased and swears, and several other things, which I personally welcome, but this is how I basically can sum this up. Scorpion gets to participate through certain new means after killing his way through hell. He eventually finds a totally innocent looking fellow named Conchi after a scene that probably makes someone crack up. They make a deal, which is how Scorpion gets into this tournament. Much more in depth, you see Sonya, Liu Kang, and Johnny just used the boat again. But now we're getting new elements for this film, and I wholeheartedly welcome it. Also, Johnny is much more better here. This density level is funny as fuck. Like, he just asked Raiden from the Impact of Metal Gear about the realms, thinking it's the script of the filming session. That's besides the point. So they make it to the land, Scorpion there too, and after a long walk up some stairs I would probably kill anyone's legs, they make it to the area before the tournament ship begins, which this film makes it look as chaotic as a school cafeteria. You got people testing their mind, smoking something. It's so small, but great to see violence. Raiden from Rising Impact of the Vengeance and his homies making, of course, telling them to be on guard. Johnny's a dense motherfucker again, and Scorpion does him, it's blowing, we'll see him later. Shang Tsung of this film decides to lay on some more plot for us, being that the Elder Gods make this tournament to guard from invasion, which thank God this film told me this, as I thought they were doing it for shits and giggles originally, since again, rely on MK knowledge, and these films weren't explained that good. Well, the ones before anyways. After all that plot, he welcomes us to Mortal Kombat. Meanwhile, Scorpion is still exploring for normal reasons. But you probably know I'm bullshitting him, and you be right, cause he's here to get a certain thing. But for now, sup Kano. Kano dragged Jets into the place cause he was snooping as usual, you see. Shang Tsung shows Jets the door after if he's allowed to leave. But this door ain't for exiting. This door is for no other than Goro's return. Same VA for the 90 film too, according to Silent. And since this is just basic ass Jets via the forearm Goro, I'm sure you know where this is going, so let's fast forward to the end. Here's what I would say if Scorpion did have more plot being shown. So Scorpion's near the tip top of the exploration, and the award is a kid riding from Rimprav Revelation decides to make Scorpion question things a slight bit. Meanwhile, Jets gets his shit beaten in as expected, with a finishing blow that rips off his arms, obviously. Wish we could have gotten Goro playing his corpse-like drums through his new arms as the drumsticks. Right in from Impact Rising of the Japanese titty decides to end the violence, though, since the tournament has just even started, which Shang Tsung and Goro. Also, his electric magic thingy majig can heal wounds a slight bit, according to Silent this film, so that's neat. Sonya breaks down for a good reason, and Johnny is still dancing her alone. Shang Tsung decides to let the film get started and teleports everyone to the fight each other already. So yeah, they basically fight. Scorpion is trying to obtain his revenge by killing Sub-Zero's crew, which is going nowhere so far, but the film is trying to remind us that it's still happening, because we need that eventual Scorpion vs. Sub-Zero battle. Meanwhile, the three Evo commentators are watching the match with Raiden from Genshin Gear Solid 5, the unfinished pain, promising his crew is gonna kick their crew's asses. Back in the battlefield, our humans meet back up together to form a plan, and yes, dick kick, fuck yeah! Scorpion is seen making noticeable commotion by killing a whole ass crew. Like, seriously, death over there, Jesus fucking Christ. So, they make a campfire with Raiden for Boku no Hero saying some shit. AKA, he can't interfere with this Evo tourney and getting Johnny truly up to speed, because again, he wasn't aware of things before. And two for dick kick, bag film. So, Scorpion proceeds to follow, surprisingly. Like, they somehow just get him to casually sit there with him. Yes, if they all four went to a bar, would Scorpion join? Can he drink? I want to see Scorpion in a bar now. And our Earthrealm warriors go up to an area with Kano having a million gun wielders ready to kill. Well, you see, Kano doesn't give much of a fuck about this tournament. He just wants to kill him since he got paid. Scorpion, however, says fuck that and decides to kill one guy and two people with X-ray death. By the way, X-ray's greatest addition of these films. Like, holy shit, all these films should have them from now on. So, war is gods pretty much, with chaos going around and shit. But Sub-Zero's like, hey, you're dishonoring the tournament, and tells Kano to fuck off. And wait, Sub-Zero, Scorpion. Okay, you know, battle time! There's some badass shit though, not gonna lie. A lot of ice to chain combat, all ending with him forcing himself and Sub-Zero off the bridge into a pit of spikes. Meanwhile, Sonya notices Kano is still alive and is trying to probably crush his balls, which Donnie ain't having that, so he just follows. And Liu Kang just goes out to finish the tournament because yes. That's a bombshell though. Quan Chi did the murder back then. You see, he did some magic trick to turn himself into Sub-Zero and lead the army. this was all just a fuck with Scorpion, and he gets fueled by being pissed the fuck off, obviously, and you'll see thing come later, so let's go to another plot. For now, Sonya is at the area ready to kill Kano for many valid reasons, but Kano buys some DLC and releases the new fighters out on her. Liu Kang, meanwhile, is about to do a brawl with Goro, and Johnny Cage is hunting down Sonya's pussy. Johnny has that fortune determination for pussy and almost gets a flawless 50 on all these wait, dick puncher day! My god, this is the best fucking movie in existence, man! Shang Tsung is feeling pretty confident and cocky. Asks Chi to get drinks, which shows some attempting to spike the drink. Sonya and Johnny team up and finish them all. Meanwhile, Liu Kang is doing so great against Goro, but he's trying to survive well enough till playtime is over and Goro just starts to finish him off. So back to our lover's ass kicking session. Kano threatens a throat slip, but fuck you, Kano, and with Jets stomping his face in. But back at our fight session with Goro, yeah, Liu Kang is fucking up, and Shang Tsung can detect spike drinks from a mile away, so Quan Chi is also looking, but Liu Kang near the end, but Scorpion, being angry as fuck, I imagine, kills Goro in one blow, ripping his skull right out of his head. Shang Tsung does the thing, saying if he kills Liu Kang, he can have Quan Chi, but day revenge is bad, so Scorpion tricks Shang Tsung and holds him. Basically, a knife point threatens him for the key earlier. So Earthrealm wins, and now right from Deer Rising can do whatever the fuck he wants, but Shang Tsung knows his limits and proceeds to fuck off as the building collapses. Scorpion ain't done though. He is ready to fucking absolutely kill Quan Chi. So our final battle begins. Scorpion is absolutely pissed, and Quan Chi is a little less powerful since Scorpion got powers now. Our Earthrealm gang escaped. By the way, Johnny, Sonya, and Jats won this race, but I am unsure if Liu Kang can ride from Gear Rising. Also, the Rotten Egg or Scorpion. So comment down below who you think it's the Rotten Egg of the race. Speaking of Scorpion, yeah, he's obviously winning. Yeah, I handed him. Wait, nah, that might be offensive. She is armless now, after all. Maybe we could say Scorpions that have the get. Oh wait, no. Oh my god, I'm being so offensive. I'm so sorry, Quan Chi. Oh, can't think of any more toasty buns for this movie, so let's just finish him off, Scorpion. Quan Chi dies, and Scorpion is now probably at peace. Earth heroes celebrate with hugs all around. Meanwhile, however, Shang Tsung is trying to play the bitch card to our Nets Anime Films bad guy, which, since it's the Nets Anime Films bad guy, will just exclude Shang Tsung and now thus ending the movie. Amazing fucking plot to me anyways, 5 out of 5. Okay, Silent, take it away.
For Mortal Kombat Scorpion's Revenge, it is pretty accurate to the timeline, though there are a lot of changes to it, kind of like the other movies. For example, the origin of Hanzo Hasashi is actually completely different. He's supposed to be at a certain temple trying to get an amulet for, I think Quan Chi, which he does in this one, but I'll get to that right now. And he's supposed to die before knowing that the Shiryu was destroyed. But nonetheless, it's pretty accurate besides the Quan Chi disguising himself as Sub-Zero. He does that in MK4, and if we're going by the new timeline, MK11 and stuff, he did it in MK9 by killing everybody with Sub-Zero disguise. Though it was pretty accurate because he did still die in this temple. Also, the tournament's pretty accurate besides the Battle Royale assets. The main crew's there. Raiden being just a hostess is, again, pretty accurate. Though the thing that changes it a lot is that first, first, well, Quan Chi isn't supposed to be there. Well, he is in MK9, but not in the original timeline. But if we're going by the MK9 logic, yes, he is supposed to be there, just observing everything. And during the whole events where Scorpion kills Sub-Zero, again, pretty accurate. Though the most inaccurate thing is Liu Kang getting defeated by Goro. He's supposed to fight him, win, then fight Shang Tsung, which kind of takes the purpose. I understand a lot of people like to defend the underdog fight, but for Liu Kang, yeah, sure, it could work, but in the context of the movie, it's not the greatest. So at this point, it's whatever. It's a pretty good movie. Check it out. And in accuracy levels, it's pretty well accurate. Some stuff again needs to be changed, like Scorpion's origin story, him being at the massacre of the Shira Ryu. But besides that, his origin's pretty accurate to the new timeline at least. And the tournament's pretty accurate besides the Battle Royale aspect. I gotta say, good one. And before I forget, I gotta bring up, no characters in these movies that die. It's not accurate. It's just to put up a body count, okay? Just keep that between us. That's all. Alrighty, back to you, Star.
Sounds good enough. Just some improvisations for the movie and MK96. So for the animation, my god, they never do MK right in comparison to the live action ones. X-rays, blood, violence, my god, it all looked great. And it fits with the style of this animation studio, I say, from memories of this. Overall, I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 5 ballsy. I know giving it all these high scores, but gotta remember mostly my take on this stuff. And I say this film is what I expect in terms of adapting the game's violence and characters greatly. For sound design, will say it does oddity, particularly near the end with the music mixing, but it's just there. I say it's overall right, and the sounds of the punches overall fit well for this. Also fit well for this. And I always love that noise of the outside becoming numbed out when an X-ray happens, so I'ma just give it a 4 out of 5. Yeah, it's weird at the end, but I really dig it.
But okay, so first up, Scorpion's Revenge. That's like a good 8 out of 10.
It's a good movie.
9 out of 10.
It's tight.
I'm that generous. Yeah, I had not much to complain with here. It was a good enough movie. Now let's go back from this trip and see how the state of life is doing. Why are all you yelling? Look, I'm sure it's gonna fucking suck, isn't it? Long ago in 17th century Japan, a bunch of Japanese people were vibing, chilling as shit. Wait, chill. Yeah, I'm sure we all know where this is going, so let's skip to the end. Raiden from Genshin Rising Impact of Metal Gear takes the baby and waits to say you're adopted when it can grasp the idea of adoption. Fast forward, Scorpion's sperm does punch out in real life to make money for his family. Jax watches because he's falling into that situation in this film adaptation. Meanwhile, all our villains plan to ruin our heroes' days because fuck you. They go to Dairy Queen to celebrate this virgin-looking cuck being a virgin-looking cuck. You know who else likes cold treats? Sub-Zero! Jax comes on by to pay this virgin to strip for him, but sees Sub-Zero being cold, so instead it helps them out. Only to leave the same car he was driving to be retired to fight Sub-Zero barehanded, and I'm sure you know where this is going, so let's fast forward again. Somewhere in that, he brings up Sonya, so the person while your feet picks goes to see if he can get some. At least he consults with his family before he tries. That'd be fucking weird if he doesn't. But Sonya is busy babysitting our only comic relief of this film, Kano. I miss Cage! Oh, also, all of them have markings for some reason. I don't personally know why, but okay then. I also forgot to mention she's doing some weird ass conspiracy theory shit to form the idea together. You see why I forgot so many fucking times? This shit, it's so boring. I'd rather watch paint dry for 500 days than see this shit. I also only jumped to Kano because he's actually sometimes where you could be funny. The script is fucking stupid. But I can tell you now, this ain't Johnny Cage. Okay, let me just pull out the video reference so I can recall the most worthwhile points for this plot. Yeah, this is still boring. Alright, so somewhere in the chat with Kano, a power outage happened. And I'm sure our heroes are pissed because power outage are fucking bullshit. This source, however, is not shitty weather causing it. According to the reference video, is a reptile. Thank you, Silent, for that info. And he looks as shitty CG as ever. Kano, being the only tolerable person, manages to get out. Thanks to the acids reptile left amongst the ass kicking he was giving to our hero, and finishes him off with a heart rip. Afterwards, they go back to Sonya's place, chat up what to do next. Kano says the beer is shit while drawing a pretty good drawing. Man, in my heart, that's for damn sure. I'm shitty fucking eyes. Kano does the obligatory, I ain't joking, okay, I'm joining bullshit. I'm sure most films have as cliches. They take a plane to go to the next strip on our film of boredom. Really miss the goddamn motherfucking tournament setup some of the fucking films had. Like, Jesus Christ! Anyways, middle of nowhere, they do some more chit-chatting, random fight between Kano and Sonya. They walk some more, and Liu Kang, I think, launches a fireball at Kano, because fuck you, Kano. Yeah. Yep, that's Liu Kang. Okay. Pretty sure. All these outfits look like other shit, so I couldn't tell. And now, he will be our guide to hopefully the end of this film. Well, we should know better by now. It'll still be long as fuck. Now let us put our hands together to welcome back the MGS5 Star Wars looking ass area. They go inside the annals of that temple ass shit, which introduces us to the area where they train up for the finale, but not really. Also forgot to mention references up the ass in that conspiracy bullshit earlier in here too. But why the fuck is Jax here now? And the fuck did these temple ass bitches get this gun into here? Those city and with those shitty CG T-Rex CGI fucking horrible looking ass arms? Jesus Christ! I fucking hate this movie. Also, yeah, I was taking a lot of beer swigs of being bored as fuck and growing increasingly angry at this movie. Now Raiden from Metal fucking Impact Titty Simulator rubbing dick on your ass shows up looking shitty as hell. I am very unshocked by this now. He does a roast session, Gale was certainly roasted, and then the scene jumps to show the bad guys are aware of the hero's location now. But let's extend this torture to Dry Star's insanity. Fuck you, script! Training. Jax wakes up to realize shitty CGI is now his arms. With point nipples, of course. Fuck. God damn, what's with these girls and point fucking nipples? Training. Patching up a wound. Training. Jax training with the shitty CG arms. And so you're talking shit. Hey, look! Something relatively different! They're seen eating. Kano asks someone to pass him something. The dude is a dick waffle by not passing him it. He starts to piss Kano off, and he finds out he has laser power from his eye. Wait, no! Training again? Fuck! Seriously, do you not see how this script is going? Can you tell how much I am lacking jokes to crack? I want to do a fatality on this director like Jesus fucking Christ! So Scorpion Sperm is there looking back on his family, obviously, because he's a bottom bitch. Right in from Impact Metal Gear Dick Sim Dick comes up to talk some shit. Tells the story of child kidnapping he did around the start. He presents a portal basically to say, "Go back to the start, you bottom bitch." And so he goes back to his family for no reason besides being a bottom bitch. And the main character needs to be away from the group cliche. The bad guys prepare to fuck the hero shit up, obviously cliche. On the bright side, it now makes me really want a Cabal and Kano spin-off. Seriously, just look at how much of a good duo they are. Maul got Kano to destroy the wall, blocking the villain's entrance. Wait. So yeah, this is basically a long-ass fight, so let me do my best to speedrun summing this all up. Bad guys wins, heroes beside Family Guy lose. They all gang up on fucking one ultimate finale. Oh, also, forgot to mention, Goro's here, and he looks like shit, which is expected. The enemies also ask, which is expected, "Let the suffering be over, please." And the films, all of them keep lying when saying flawless victory. You got hit during all of this, shit fuckers! Okay, so no more getting off track. After all this shit, they start getting powers awakened. Remember Mortal Kombat when you had to awaken your power? Oh wait, you didn't? Well, that's because this film doesn't know shit about Mortal Kombat. Fuck you, director. Scorpion Sperm, as I'm gonna remember this virgin cuck from now on, has plot armor as power, without a mask, cause he didn't believe that shit during the fucking COVID apparently. That's his power, it says 0.00000000001% better looking CGI, with a paint job prepared already and everything. Cause, seriously, I'm running out of fucking jokes, help me. I'm losing my sanity. Scorpion's nutsack comes back after raiding from Metal Gear Survive. Says, "Hey, kid, we need your help." So he's needed here now. Well, that family's safe. Raid into some metal fucking pit. Then tries to teleport everyone out of there. But Sub-Zero tried to cuck that plan. Basically, Kung Lao dies. Fucking hell, this dragged on too long. Fuck you, Kung Lao. Fuck you, director. And fuck my eyes. Being dry right now. They all minus Kung Lao successfully get yoinked out of there. And here comes the finale part 506, where every villain will die in simple terms. Yax kills the sledgehammer guy over at the pit knockoff and does not toss him down the pit, so fuck you, director. Sonya kills Kano and gets a marking. Scorpion's Koom and Ryu from Street Fighter kill 2 more people. Happy ending, right? Really just trying to remain cool-headed about getting away from this Sub-Zero. They're clearly at a school for some reason, with his family just ice bun that reflects them being frozen and not experiencing hypothermia. Here comes the finale. Here comes the final fucking battle. Sub-Zero makes Scorpion nutty putty nut, but he has a lit idea and gets more powers awakened. Oh hey, Scorpion. Fight scene that goes on for ages later. They say the family Sub-Zero dies. Raiden from Metal fucking Titty Impact rising of the Metal Gear of the 4 scores and 4 scores and 70 years ago. Congratulates them on the victory, but Scorpion leaves before that because fuck you. A shitty hint that a sequel could be coming, which I hope this film doesn't get one. Oh yeah, this is gonna be a mediocre fucking video. What the fuck is that? Oh. Must be some damn my door hanging. Warner Brothers Pictures? What the fuck is this? New sequel to Mortal Kombat 2021. Get over the. That's cute. That's cute. Signed, Shitty Durrett Inc. Oh, a subtle way to say that Silent, pointing out that the movie is getting a sequel. Well, I got news for you, buddy. Fuck your sequel. I'm not gonna acknowledge it. You don't need to acknowledge it. So let's move on to back to the film like nothing happened. Knows the Lad Queen, Mike Tyson Punch Out, Johnny Cage, and Bye Bye Shitty Film. Gonna go without saying, but 1 out of 5 on the plot. Fuck this movie. Oh, Silent!
So, Mortal Kombat 2022. There is rarely anything accurate with this. Besides Shang Tsung's soul power, besides the powers. But even then, it's nothing accurate. There's no tournament, first off. None at all. Arcana, which is what they bring up in the movie, which is supposed to be a way of them getting the powers, isn't a part of the main timeline. So, yeah, that's true. Jax's arms, they're not magic. They're bionicle. Cole Young doesn't exist in the main timelines, but you should know this. No, Hanzo Hasashi is it's just this movie is just bad. Nothing about it is accurate besides Raiden's, I guess, thunder magic and his staff. There's nothing accurate about this. Goro is supposed to die until the tournament. Well, supposedly. All the Revenants, they hint at Revenants, which is a zombie-like person that has their things altered to make them look like bad guys. Yeah, none of this is accurate at all. Cabal isn't a part of Outworld. He owns his own faction of Black Dragons, or in the new timeline, he's supposed to be a part of the Black Dragon because they retcon him so many times. Jesus Christ, NetherRealm, stop. And Sub-Zero, Bi-Han isn't even a bad guy. I'm serious, he's not even the villain. If you look at the original timeline, yeah, sure, he did some shady shit, but he's not a villain. He helped Raiden in the original timeline, and in the new timeline, all he did was do the exact same thing. Help Raiden. And then become Noob Saibot. Kung Lao dies more often than not, which I'll get to in the next movie. And, yeah. I really have nothing else to say about this movie. It's not even that accurate. I think at this point I'd rather nail my hands to a cross than do this. Back to you, Star. I need to lie down because this movie makes me want to hurt something.
Yeah, shitty as expected. The CGI is a polished shit. The random gore looked bad, but the boredom finally being broken by the gore made me happy as well. It was as overall, so 2 out of 5. It could be worse, but we're in 2021. We should be getting a lot more better effects. Oh, sound design? Yeah, that was horrible! No clue who mixed the audio, but I hope you are fired from audio mixing and you are banned from all audio mixes. 1 out of 5 on sound design. And for the 2020 live action movie, that's a 1 out of 10. Fuck that. That's a 1 out of 10. Fuck that shit.
Dude, that was so boring. I liked it. I liked it originally, but I only liked it for Kano now. It was so boring.
Literally Shang-Chi. Literally just Shang-Chi again.
Cause guys, if there's anything we know, boring is worse than shitty.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, last step. Let's have the final Mortal Kombat. Shaggy immortal lore. The film opens up with a couple running away from someone or something in an alley. Watch out. I'm pretty sure Bruce Wayne's parents would not want to do that again. And just like Bruce's family, a bunch of non-Barakas killed the couple and almost introduced the baby to Vor. But riding from metal, rising of the impact from revengeance stops the almost kink fest. Spoiler alert! This is Liu Kang. I told you the plot's kinda repeat during this, I think. So this is on you. Fast forward, Earthrealm is getting butt-fucked by people who decided to break the rules of the tournament. About 99% of their army is non-Barakas. To speedrun this final part, let me introduce you to our new Earthrealm squad: Johnny, Luke, Kang, Sonya, Kung Lao, Striker, Jats, and the returning Raiden from Metal Impact Rising Adventures of Metal Gear Solid's Booty Cheat. Our new game, the Outworld squad, has Shao Kahn, Kitana, Actual Baraka, Lee Mei, Shang Tsung, Jade, Kintaro, and Rico. Then our third squad, the Drama Squad, which is our B plot, while World and Earthrealm are the A plot. This squad includes Scorpion, Cao Lang, I think that's the name. The two oh wait, what's that? Smoke got fucked? Okay, the three fuckbots and whoever also wanted to grab that powerful Mickey Mouse looking item, that was basically the end of the world. But I will save the B plot for much later. But back to our plot. Johnny Cage does some cocky and talks about Outworld surrendering because no one will take out Johnny. But in actuality, it's not just Johnny. For all our Earthrealm gang just kicks ass. After some ass kicking though, Shao Kahn is like, okay bros, I'm getting sick of this fighting. Let's settle this Evo tourney style. AKA the final Mortal Kombat. Raiden, okay, I'm done with this fucking joke. Christ. Agrees to this with Johnny dancing along this serious talk, and so shit gets set into motion. Ryan gets rid of his immortality, but instead of it being Kim from Street Fighter, they handle it better here, I say. Now with him being human, he can join the battle this time. Let's our squad battle it out pretty much. Not much you need to, rather than fights with that good animation style gore. And Matthew Mercer laughing when ripping his head off. Starts fine, but slowly gets into shit, of course. Blah blah blah. Raiden dies, and Liu Kang does Ultra Instinct shit to Shang Tsung by only needing one arm to kick his. Okay, what the fucking fuckity fuck? Okay, let's get into the drama squad. Input to the story. After the final Mortal Kombat is agreed upon, Scorpion's revealed to have a nightmare about family living in Florida. Shinnok is revealed and to not repeat our first movie. Scorpion's like, I'm out of here! Then bounces when he says he can't run comedic timing at its finest. Meanwhile, at a temple, Cao Lang and Smoke train to get orders later to capture Scorpion, and he tries to make sure it happens by attempting to cyber him via our two fuckbots. They catch Smoke because Smoke doesn't catch a break, while Sub-Zero Jr. over there escapes. Still bitter about his bro's death in the previous film, but yet this B-plot has the constant Sub-Zero Jr. saves Scorpion getting hunted by fuckbots. just for him to murder Scorpion for himself. Well, attempting to anyways. After many of these fucking repeats, they eventually come to a truce, but the fuckbot still managed to get the hidden Mickey and escape. Fuckbot to die later in hell, basically, after returning to Shinnok with that temple guy also dying. He does a him while this happens. Scorpion and Sub-Zero Jr. get there too late because now he activated the final act of this film. Meanwhile, Liu Kang wins the tournament, obtains god powers from the Elder Gods, and now has to save all realms getting butt-fucked. Silent said in game this would mean a game over, but this film decides, yeah, fuck if they can make it. And so this finale has war happen pretty much. We get a good battle. We get a god battle with Scorpion and Sub-Zero Jr. helping, of course. Liu Kang wins and everything pretty much overall goes back to normal. Raiden is alive. Hip hip hooray. Plot's weird. As an outside viewer with barely MK knowledge, it just seemed like the normal film. Oh, with that basically game over thing I heard. That makes me now wish the film would have just ended there to fuck with us, but at least it didn't. So, I'm just gonna give this plot a 3.5 out of 5. I had enjoyable moments enough for me to be content, but it's for sure feels a bit down in comparison to Scorpion's Revenge. Okay, Silent. One more trip to hell.
I gotta say, this movie, first off, in the beginning couple minutes, it's actually pretty accurate to MK1, MK2, I mean, to 3, and also the new timeline as well, if we're going by that as well, judging by when this movie came out. Second, the whole tournament thing is actually something that happens in the in MK2 as well, which is pretty good, besides Raiden turning himself human, which I forgot to mention in Annihilation. No, he does not turn himself into human. That's mainly it. First off, the little side adventure Scorpion and Sub-Zero go through, Sub-Zero wanting revenge, is accurate to the new timeline, which is actually pretty interesting. The cybernetic enhancement is again pretty accurate, besides the Kamidogu, them going for the Kamidogus during MK2 I mean, which is not really that accurate, but hey, bygones be bygones. Though the Kamidogus and Shinnok wanting to fight, become get to do the one being is very accurate, ironically. But that's where the accuracy stops there. A lot of the deaths, again, are not accurate. Well, it's not supposed to be. Again, I'm going to re-refer this. I know I speak a lot of the same thing, but again, yeah, you get my point. Sorry, Star, for this. And, well, the one being isn't supposed to be Shinnok. Yeah, no, that whole 10-minute section of them fighting the one being and the realms merging, that's not supposed to happen. What's actually supposed to happen is basically the equivalent of a star blowing up. Yeah, it's supposed to erase everything and then create the being that is the one being. It's not supposed to be a giant kaiju. And the fire god Liu Kang thing, or golden Liu Kang, or whatever the directors call it, is not that accurate. It really isn't that accurate at all. He does become a god in MK11, but even then, in this one, he becomes an elder god of sorts, which is interesting to say the least. Well, besides that, the beginning parts are pretty accurate, but the last 10 minutes aren't. Besides Shinnok wanting that, and also rip ketchup and mustard. If anyone gets that reference, you understand. But again, besides that, ending part not accurate. Though the ending is a bit accurate to them winning the tournament and Shao Kahn disappearing. Probably going to cause another movie to happen. So, that's the last of it all. I have to say, out of every single one, the most accurate one is ironically Scorpion's Revenge. Well then. Back to you, Star. Let's just hope this video doesn't come out as bad as, well, anything else on the internet right now.
That sure was informative. Please help. I've gotten numb making this and I want to reach that fucking goal already. Okay, let's get the fucking elephant out of the room. The animation is inconsistent to put it lightly. Like, the amount of big mouth / chin is pretty noticeable. Though I do notice some light parts in it too. I don't think it's entirely on a garbage animation side of the argument. It's more of a mediocre for animation. Which is why I give this a 3 out of 5 blends in, cause middle bro. For sound it works, I say. Seems mid well and works for what the film sets out to do in its weird stance. So I give it a 4 out of 5. Now let's get to that fucking score already.
Alright.
The
Nope.
sequel.
Eh.
8 out of 10. I'll give it that. Fuck it.
I'll give it a 7.
I'm gonna go with 6.
Well, that was a good run. So overall, Mortal Kombat seems to be suited in the animation side. Meanwhile, the live action, well, had a good start. It slowly spiraled down into the shitter, and it's probably gonna remain that way forever since these people don't want to take a chance and truly do a Mortal Kombat film justice. That's all for me, though. It's been Phantom Star, and remember, fun is infinite. Well, you like? Oh no, it's shit. Yeah, not like we're here to deliver professional done content. All that matters is that we have given filler for the audience. Oh, good. Now what do you want me to do next, boss? I don't know. Fuck.